Hello guys, it is me again. I know it is a little bit soon from my last video, but we have some changes and important things that I have to mention, and I mentioned it on my Twitter account. If you follow, you know that. Okay, let's look at what we have here. Yesterday, a lot of altcoins met super trend resistance, an important super trend resistance that had to say us whether we are continuing the downtrend. Actually, it proved that we are, and we dumped heavily even on Bitcoin, but the thing is, the altcoins itself, they don't define the road, and Bitcoin plays the more important role here, and it hasn't tested its super trend resistance yet. And if we turn on super trend indicator, what we can see here, we are retesting it. We reached precisely my counter trend line yesterday, as you see, and got rejected, had a spilling candle, and we reached again our global trend line here, green, and it worked out as support. But the thing is, it is logical because we had to, before going lower, if we are set to go lower, we had to retest this super trend resistance, and we are testing it now. And this day, as I said on my Twitter account, this daily closing is going to be very important, because we either, this 4-hour candle, it either breaks higher. If it breaks higher, we are set to go higher until at least 35, 37, 38,000 dollars. Or if we are getting absorbed and we won't affect this super trend resistance, meaning we won't interrupt it like we did here, 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 here. If it keeps going untouched, then we continue the downtrend. So definitely we have to follow this one. Yes, I need to delete it. So if this candle, 4-hour candle, gets absorbed and closes below this red line and it doesn't interrupt, we are going to go lower if we retest it during the next daily opening and also close below it, not affecting it. Then we are confirming that Bitcoin is set to continue its downtrend and we are going lower and go down. But if not, then we will see it by breaking this green by this super trend resistance line. And also we have to follow our Bitcoin's daily close. If we close with this red wick, it is, or even green wick like this, it still remains uncertain, because even if we close with this thin wick, even green one, we can even go higher only if we go high and break this counter trend line purple fast, like when the daily switches to another one and then that next one goes higher right away, as I said. But if not, if it feels the resistance of this counter trend line, of this 4-hour super trend, and even Kijun resistance that we have here, and we dive back under, that means that we are going down. So we have to follow it. Only if we break this counter trend line and hold above, and definitely we close with a green candle somewhere here, we are going higher. We'll be retesting this daily Kijun resistance, probably will break it, go higher, and go back down If that's only if we break it. If not, then okay, we are going according to my yesterday's plan when I saw this spilling candle. But definitely we got a lot of so-called bullish news right now. If you follow the crypto community, the crypto news on CoinDesk, you know that PayPal converts its cryptocurrency license to Bitline's license of the traditional markets. Some grayscale news, some news that PayPal allows you to withdraw to your private wallets the cryptocurrency. That is not actually good for me, as I mentioned in my Twitter account post. You can check it out. Why? Not gonna stop on this matter there. So let's look at some altcoins that I'm following. Let's start with Altcoin Index. And as you see, I mentioned that we have to go down from here. We have an uncovered week, but definitely we can have some more moves higher to retest again maybe this global trend line that we have here and Kijun resistance. Maybe we will reclaim it, then it will become bullish for some time. I don't know for how long, but definitely before going there and be able to go higher, the altcoins have to break this 4-hour super trend retest. You see, we had this rejection here and we broke this altcoin index to the downside. And to confirm that we are actually going down, we are continuing the downtrend after this flat movement, after standing in this range. To confirm that we are going down, altcoins have to, and this index has to retest successfully this Kijun, both Kijun and super trend resistance. We have a break. Now we have to we need a confirmation of this retest. So if we close below and start descending, we don't break this super trend and Kijun shift resistance, we don't go like this, then we are going down. It will be confirmed that we retested and confirmed that the downtrend continues. If we break it and stay above, of course we are going higher. That's it. That's simple. That's playing level to level and trade accordingly. And don't, if you are with the right strategy and structuring, knowing where to place your stop losses and other stuff, you are good to go. Some people were asking me to look at Fantom. Let's look at it. Here remains some drawings of mine, and I was predicting that we are going to this 14 cents target. I am still about this target, and I think one day we will hit it. So now we are in the range, sliding in the range under this global trend line. So definitely this I will delete this prediction of mine I set here. So definitely we now can, if Bitcoin breaks this resistance I mentioned, and Fantom can go and retest again this global trend line as resistance, and this black line is going to be your point of control. The moment it reaches it, you will know we either go back or down. If it gets rejected out there and closes with some absorbing or red candle, we are going back down and go lower. If not, if we reclaim it, meaning we break it, if we break it, retest it, and successfully start reversing, we are going higher. this is going to be your point of control, and it will help you understand how to trade the market. If this daily closes red and we don't break this resistance, also as I told you that we already retested successfully, but Bitcoin dragging the price back up to those Kijun and super trend resistances to retest it again. If we fail to break it again, then we are definitely 99% going lower. That's it. That's how it works. And you have to trade accordingly. You know when you are safe to open your longs, as long as we break it and hold it. Then okay, I told you about SUSHI. How am I going to trade it? You remember I was opening around 155. We went back up, but then the price went lower and I closed. My stop loss at entry was triggered, and then we lost it upon that sell-off yesterday. And I thought we are going to be limited with the upside movement today with this trend line that is our resistance now, and it actually is a resistance until now, as you see. If we close this 4-hour absorbing this movement and closing below this line, there are more chances, and I think that it is quite possible that if we close with a red candle this 4-hour time frame and our daily is going to be closed with a red candle, we are going to, for example, retest here and go lower. That's it. This line is your indicator for trading. Only in case Bitcoin breaks its resistance that I mentioned earlier, and SUSHI reclaims this line supporting, retests it at support and goes higher, this is where we can enter for longs and or buy it for a longer term. I'm buying it because I have plans for SUSHI. Those who follow me know that, and from private channel room. Okay, but this is going to be our massive resistance that we have to retest then. If we can break it, then we can go much higher. If not, then okay. So act accordingly. Okay, let's look at Polkadot. Some interesting thing is going on there. But for now, I still think while Bitcoin is not breaking this resistance and is not closing above this super trend resistance, I still think that the further rejection and descending is possible for the altcoins especially, and Bitcoin also. Let's look at Polkadot and my drawings that I shared before. You see, yesterday we retested precisely our super trend and Kijun resistance, got rejected, went below and lost this super trend, lost this trend line, this important trend line. And I told you that the moment we lose it, probably we go lower unless we reclaim it. But in order to reclaim it, we have to reclaim this intersection, retest it and hold it, and then break this super trend and Kijun resistance, then we are going higher. But of course, if you don't want to wait, you have to follow. If it breaks here and starts with an hourly candle closing above this line, then you can open longs and buy Polkadot and hold it until it loses it and starts closing with 4-hour time frame candles below it. Then it is a bailout and we are going lower. Only if it holds above this line, it is bullish, or it is safe to hold it, and you know where the invalidation is. And it can go here and get rejected, then you place your stop loss at your entry and you are safe. Even if it goes back lower, it will trigger your stop loss, but you are not not causing you any losses, and goes lower. But you tried. It is your hedge. That's how you have to learn to trade, level to level, using trend lines as your best friend. And you see, as I predicted, we're starting a little bit. My first assumption seems is going to be right. We are not breaking this resistance. This is a huge, strong intersection of resistances of trend lines and counter trend lines. We already lost it, we retested, and if we start closing below it, 4-hour time frame candle and daily closes red, most probably we are retesting and going lower. That's it. Because we don't know what are these bullish news for. They are either to actually accelerate and market community, crypto community, and send it higher on this FOMO and bullish news, or it was created to manipulate with our minds and give you some little strong recovery like we experience right now, to make you believe that we are finally going higher. And we don't know it yet. It will be clearer in 4 hours, I think, closer to our daily closing and upon the switch of the daily closing candles. But for now I see perfect things that telling me that we have to go lower for now until we are below these lines at Polkadot. It is going to be your good indicator. You can follow it. Okay, let's look at some other coins that people asked me. Somebody asked me about, from private chat, asked me about Ripple XRP. As you see, it broke its 4-hour super trend and occasion resistances. That's kind of can be bullish even locally, but yes, and if it closes there above, there's possibility to go higher until this super trend resistance and even this global trend line resistance around 52, but 50, 52, 48. But everything I'm repeating again will depend on Bitcoin, whether it will be able to cross that counter trend line and super trend resistances. What I have to say to you about my XRP thoughts, for those who are following this asset and want to buy it for a longer term, look at the weekly chart. What can you see? We can actually retest it logically. We can retest it, this second global trend line, and get rejected and go lower. The good prices for buying for me are here upon this global trend line, red one, somewhere here or here, among 25, 33 cents. These are the best prices, from 33, 35, I don't know where we can go at as the lowest, but these are the accumulation zone, and I wouldn't buy Ripple somewhere higher than this, because if you look at this macro setup of the XRP, it tells me that if you are looking for some skyrocketing movements, I don't think, even if they have a good finish of their case in the court against the SEC Commission, it is not going to skyrocket as you expect it to. It is going to have a long path. If we turn on the Fusion shift, what can we have here? Look at the scenarios, global scenarios. We go straight away here and build accumulation zone. Second variant, we get retest of this trend line and get rejected and go back there. again, or we have a big movement at Bitcoin and crypto market local midterm, and we can go here, reclaim it, go here, retest this Kijun resistance, find resistance, go lower, retest it, and fall again to this line and this zone. And what can we expect here? Further scenarios. We can accumulate here, go back up, meet resistance, reject here again, reject, go lower, and we are going to go slide in this triangle for a long time until we get so pressed, tight, and narrowed that we are going to burst through it. That's only when we are going to, in my opinion, definitely, this is when we are going to burst from this triangle. This is why I'm not very hyped about this one at the moment, I would say. Let's look at Stellar. Nothing interesting here for me, but definitely buying around 7-12 cents is a good idea. So I don't think I have to stop again around Mina. I told you everything I had to share with you with my opinions regarding Mina. I think they are pretty clear. Don't want to repeat them. Let's look at Near. Well, I still stick to my thoughts. Well, as you see, it touched this found support upon this super trend support. Definitely it is possible for us currently reclaim this global trend line and try to swing higher. I don't know whether we will break that counter trend line or get rejected and go lower, but definitely we break it, go higher here somewhere, and we will be back to it. It doesn't matter what scenario is going first, but the thing that is clear to me that we will be covering this uncovered week. It is the math, the market structuring of the market. This is how it works. We always come to this recovery of these red weeks, and we will have to recover it sooner or later around $3.50, $4. So I don't even know whether we will come here in the $2.33 zone, but as I told you before, I would be willing to buy in this zone only here, although it has a good potential of growing above $20, definitely, and I think it will. But before that, we will have some kind of twisted and probably lengthy accumulation zone before the next bull run. The next cycle will have a excruciating, exhausting market, I think, in my opinion. But so we will cover this this week, this price. So if you are into buying Near, I wouldn't buy it higher than $3. Better around $2-3 in this zone I would buy. That would be safe, long-term, and effective investment for me. What else? Litecoin. I wanted to share with you with my chart on Litecoin. I'm not trading or buying this one. Not interested. Whatever is behind it. But it has got a great chart for trading and other stuff. So you will know where to long it and where to short it. Look at the weekly. If we break this, what a precise resistance zone, counter trend line. If it breaks it, you can open a long and be safe. It will swing and come higher here or here at $101, and this is where you will be monitoring what is going to happen next. If it gets rejected, starts closing below this with red candles, you know that you have definitely close your longs or sell LTC Litecoin, and simply even start shorting until it breaks this line, and it goes lower anyway, I guess. That's in case we break it. Actually, now it is a good sign for you to draw in your charts and trade accordingly without any doubts or fear. You definitely know on lower time frames. If we get rejected here, as you see this line, if we get rejected with some kind of, I think we will get rejected actually, as I see from now, because I see this absorbing candle, good one, oblong one, that usually means that we still going down, and we will have to cover this week sooner or later. So if we don't break it, or break with a fake out and dive back in, immediately closing with a 4-hour time frame candle under this line, definitely we are going lower, or we are going right away lower. If we break it, retest, we're going higher. Simple. This line is only to help you understand where to enter, where to invalidate and close your long stop, put stop losses. That's simple. The moment you find out about it, you figure it out, you understand how to work level to level, adhering to your system, to your trend lines, your range lines, whatever. Interesting thing with Solana here, as you may remember my drawings here, they are the same, only we lost this line, local supporting line, as I told you, and we went lower, and we lost even our global trend line here. But again, Bitcoin is drawing us higher, and we again came back upon the retest of this. You see this local counter trend line, global counter trend line, and even Kijun and super trend resistances, all in this area of resistances. Until we break them, nothing is going to happen with further upside movements. If we break it, we can somewhere break it and retest it and go higher. We will go to $70 somewhere there and retest a higher global trend line, this one. But until then, we are set to go to $20, $21, $22 unless we cannot break this great intersection of resistances. And it actually, this retest seems very logical to me. If we get back here, close here, open with a daily red daily on Solana, and we get retest again this global trend line, yes, we are confirmed, we're going lower. That's it. Only if we break those intersection of resistances, we are bullish on Solana. Don't rush into it, into longs. If we break it, you will have your profit anyway, whatever you enter in this zone. If we break it only and hold it, retest it. Because if we do, we go higher significantly. I guess that's it. I guess it is clearly understandable to you. Thank you for your attention. Also, I'd like to mention, if you are into trading, longing, shorting, or whatever, you can join Bybit World Series of Trading here with $8 million total prize pool. You can join. If you join in the next 2 days, on 10th of June, you will be able, and you will press register in this trading competition. You don't have to actually participate in it. You simply have to press register and you will receive 50 USDT early registration bird bonus that you will be able to use as margin for trading, safely trading, and it will cover your losses if so you don't risk with your own money here. Also, if you are new, you can register with the link below with my affiliate link, and it will provide you with that $30 Bitcoin bonus, also tradable, and other bonuses and coupons to cover your trading fees as a new member of Bybit Exchange. Also, you can win limited edition NFTs, Launchpad NFT, if you complete the basic level of KYC. It takes a few minutes. We are your mobile phone or your personal computer. This NFT will give you an additional allocation, free allocation, during the upcoming launchpads that are highly successful on Bybit. Also, you will be able to participate in lucky draws, completing simple tasks for everybody, but that you can participate in this only if you are depositing on your new account or old account, whatever, at least from $300 to $500. Simply deposit. You are not paying. These are your money. You can trade it or store it, buy something on this exchange and test it how good it is. And also, you can, if you are a trading enthusiast, you can participate in these trading competitions and you can win up to a part of the $6 million in the squad race, $1 million of solo race. Also, you can create your own team and invite your friends or other members of your communities to join you, and you will get additional up to $4,000 for your invited friends based on how many friends you invited in your team. If you are a squad leader, you will receive 20% of the total prize pool for your team, and it is very beneficial to be a squad leader. You can join and participate. Here is the schedule of all the activities. To remind you, the early registration starts at June 10th and lasts until June 12th. This is where you can register or make first deposit, and you will receive $50 bonus here in this from this promo of this competition. So you can check this out. The link to the details of this competition will be in the description. Good luck to you guys. Hold on, be careful,